Welcome back, guys. I'm trialing today a match day analysis video. So it's just literally just talking about the match, what I think went wrong, what went right, and how the game went. So I'm just going to trial it today. If you think it should continue, put it in the comments. If not, I won't do it again and I'll try something else. But pretty much today, I think Oldham definitely dominated the first half. I thought we had a lot of chances that we should have put away. We also had an injury in the first half. That was Josh Hawkes, and it's a really big loss for Oldham. He scored 2 in his last game at Newport County when we played them at home at Boundary Park. Played really well, scored 2 beautiful goals. I just think it's going to be a massive loss, for the club. To have him injured, really. When he's walking off the pitch, to be fair, it didn't look a serious injury, but it just looked like he'd either gone over on his ankle or something like that. It's not too serious, so he should be back in training in a couple of weeks. Looking at that, dominated the first half. I think even Accrington fans would agree with us. They got a lucky breakaway, played a great ball into the box. And unfortunately for Oldham, it ended up on Robson's foot and just deflected in the net. Caprice tried to stop it, but it had already gone over the line beforehand. I think altogether in the first half, I'd say Woods, from my point of view, had a decent game. I thought he played pretty well. Thought in the first half it was very structured. I don't think going, into half time, we should have been 1-0 down from Oldham fans' point of view. But obviously Accrington fans would disagree with me there. But having a look back at all the footage that I filmed today in my matchday vlog, that you can watch after this if you haven't already watched it. I just don't personally think they dominate the first half. I think altogether, I agree the second half, Accrington dominated it. We didn't really have the ball. We had 1 or 2 chances, I'd say, in the second half, but they weren't like crucial chances. Ones that, it's an open net, you should score that. I'd say we had 2 or 3 of them in the first half. But I think, there's a couple of substitutions that I thought were quite questionable from Mickey Mellon today, but obviously it's for a reason. Could have been a tactical reason. We don't quite know. From the point that I got, it was a tactical reason. Drummond come on for 10-15 minutes, I'd say, and then got pulled off. Looking the other subs that he made, obviously we had a really early on sub in the first half. Josh Hawkes, obviously I talked about before, the injury will be a blow, but I think definitely I think Accrington in the second half could have had a lot more. I think they definitely dominated the second half. I think they had quite a lot of players that were running on the ball. They were getting down the wings, making them passes in, crossing it into the box, creating space, which I think in the second half, Oldham was struggling to create space. They were being closed down, pressured, and they didn't really have time on the ball. So it's getting cleared out and all sorts. As well, I'm only going to say this briefly, but from my point of view, some of the decisions today from the referees and linesmen it's not up to League 2 standards for the EFL. I think they definitely need improving from my point of view. If you've seen the vlog, you will see some of the decisions in there, but from my point of view, it was a bad referee game. And as well, at the end of the match, I'm only also going to go over this briefly, but because majority of fans were great. They clapped on the players at the end, even though the 1-0 loss. But there was a minority of fans after the match that was slagging players off and swearing at them after the match. I'm just sort of saying that because I think it's not fair on the players. It's one loss. We've been on a good run of 4, let's say. We've got MK Dons coming up, so I think we need the moral up high. So my message would just be, just keep. We've got promoted this season. We can't expect everything to be like. We can't expect to be like Stockport or anything like that and go up and up and up. I know fans would like that, but we need a stable position in League 2. And I think if the fans work together and don't criticise the players after a 1-0 loss away, I think it will definitely impact the next game's goals, and I think it would definitely impact the scoreline because they'd be up for the game. They know the fans will have the back, and they know they won't turn on them whatever the circumstances. And I think that's fair to say. Hearing some of the comments after the match to quite a few of the Oldham players was unneeded for. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But for overall, Oldham, I'd say, in the first half, definitely deserved 2 at least, 2 or 3. Accrington got that lucky goal. Robson flecked it in for an own goal. And I just think it was lucky in that first half. But second half, fair play to Accrington. They made space. They did everything with the ball. And I think they definitely deserved the 3 points. Accrington have now moved up to 17th place. Good 3 points for them. They've moved up 1 place from the start of the match. And I think, it could impact the squad now. Getting that 1-0 win on home turf. All the fans were behind them. They had flags up. And I think overall they deserve to win it, really, in the second half when you look at the performance. But saying that, I think Oldham will come back in the FA Cup. Whatever the scoreline, I want the fans to be behind them. I want everyone to get there. I want you to buy your tickets. And I just want you to support your club. Loyal supporters.